So apparently there's something going on with Shakur Stevenson's fan base, the Puerto Rican ones to be exact. Let's talk about this.
Push the weight in no flex. Flex alive is one in the six. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You will run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walking, drink blood, trains out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the.
Aquí estamos con el Boricua Shakur Stevenson. Dile.
This is Shakur Stevenson, Boricua, ya tú sabes.
Eso, puñeta. Oh, hey, that's it.
Drew Titan, Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Okay. Let's have a conversation. All right. Now, I know what's going to happen after I upload this video. Y'all are going to accuse me of certain things. And I'm going to ask you what I always ask you when I have a conversation about anything. Where's the lie? Point out the lie. That's what I want you to do. And what I'm going to say here is actually not, it's not disrespectful. I'm just going to make a point and prove me wrong. But I have to give you a background of how we got here in reference to my opinion on Shakur Sanchez, as I call him. Now, I do it to be funny because his Boricua heritage seemingly came out of nowhere. But actually, it doesn't come out of nowhere. Your dad's Puerto Rican. That's fine. It's absolutely fine. I grew up in the Bronx. I have a lot of mixed friends. That's not the issue. The issue I had was how he turned pro and then out of nowhere started waving that flag. It was odd to me. Do y'all remember this? If you finding me for the first time, I'm giving you the background on that. What, did he just find out his dad was Boricua? If he did, just say that. Just found out my dad Boricua. Hey, I'm gonna represent. Okay. But I only asked because it was strange. I said, well, where was he waving his flag in the Olympics? Where was that? Why didn't he wave that flag in the Olympics? And then I got annoyed with him for two reasons. Number one, magically, right, when you start working with Top Rank, all of a sudden you start waving this flag. Now, what do we know about Top Rank? And I don't care what you say. This is real, what I'm telling you. They notoriously do not like working with black fighters. Ask Bud Crawford. Just ask him. I often play the soundbite from Cameron Duncan. Salute to him, he's passed. He was asked about a no black fighter board, like a room, like there's like names on the board. Okay, we're pushing this fighter, he's Ukrainian. We're pushing this fighter, he's Latino. We're pushing this fighter, he's Asian. We're trying to maximize our dollar with these guys. How do we steer him around certain people? And then usually they have a list of black fighters. Don't put that guy in there with him because he can offset everything that we're doing here. It's a real list. It exists. Cameron Duncan confirmed it. I have the audio. I don't need to play it here. If you watch my content, you know I've played it several times. It was when he was interviewed on Barbershop Conversation with Fred Hawthorne. Whether you like him or not, that conversation took place. That's where I got that interview from. He said it. He didn't say it. He confirmed it. He confirmed it and gave history behind it, a brief history. So Shakur, who's a black fighter, and what happens when black fighters are excellent boxers? What are we labeled as? Runners. If you watch my content, I never said such a thing. I never said Shakur was a runner. I said he's a pure boxer, and he's actually quite great at what he does. That's what I said. If you don't like what any boxer's doing, it is the opponent's job to stop him. I never ripped him for the Edwin De Los Santos performance. I never did. I said it was Edwin's job to stop Shakur from doing what he was doing. You don't know how to cut off a ring? I never blamed him for that. And what does ESPN do to him? I'll tell you what they do to him. They show people leaving. It was ridiculous. Now, I got on here and I said, I'm not hearing that. That was disgusting. They shouldn't have did that to that kid. He got in the ring with William Zepeda and he fought in the pocket. And if you look at my post-fight, I said, okay, kid, you got it out your system. You proved that you was a bit of a dog and you could fight in the pocket. Guess what? Don't ever do that stupid crap again. You always fight your fight. These people don't mean you any good. They love you when you're winning, and the second you're losing, you're a meme. And the fans that you thought you had just are not there. They live to clown you. But to get back on topic, I just found it weird that he gets the top rank and he starts waving the flag. Hey, my dad Puerto Rican. Let's push that. Let's attack, not attack. Let's get a hold of that fan base. So to me, it was disrespectful. It was a marketing scheme. And I said it upset me twofold. Number one, you're conveniently waving the flag because you're trying to get that fan base, the Latino fan base, so they can back you. That's marketing. So you're insulting the Puerto Rican fan base. That's number one. Number two, the black fan base ain't good enough for you. I'm tired of these YNs saying that. And yes, I'm calling him a YN. I'm tired of that. You mean to tell me that Floyd Mayweather Jr., all that support he got over the years, none of that was the black dollar? None of it? I'm tired of seeing these young men come to the ring with sombreros and, you know. I said, man, he ain't nothing but a black kid from New Jersey. And when I first said that, some people attacked me. Hey, man, what's going on? What do you got a problem with mixed people? No. Are you listening to the context of what I'm saying? I'm saying he shouldn't be pimping an audience that he doesn't belong to. You can say, hey, my dad's Puerto Rican, but don't you running around here with the flag, you ODing, now you trying to speak Spanish? And not to mention, Shakur, yeah, I'm going to go here. Some, not all, listen carefully. Some, not all, they keep their community so tight-knit, they're not going to accept you. They don't care how curly your hair is. They hate that 50% of you. That speaks louder than the 50% that birthed you. They're very private people and they keep to themselves. Don't take I'm 50 years old. I've been around, bruh. I've been around. And I know this 100%. And I'm not talking bad about anybody, because when I said this, like last year, some people got mad with me. And I said, bro, listen, I stand on what I'm saying. I'm not lying. You don't have to try to get the attention of the Puerto Rican audience for what? What are you doing that for? Sales? What are you doing that for? You don't need to do that, young man. You have a core audience that deals with you out of Jersey, out of Newark. They love you. Some of them are Latino. But to grab the flag and start waving it like you've been speaking Spanish all your life, no, bro. You ain't got to do that. I see the flags on your shorts. I see the flags on your shorts, man. I see it. But it was out of nowhere, like, whoa, bro, what you got going on here, man? What you got going on here? Black support's not good enough? So that was offensive to me. And I said, man, okay, they showing people walking out of his damn fight. And he was the main event. I think that was on ESPN. And I said, they shouldn't have did that to that kid, man. That ain't right. I said that. And then when you look again, you can't help but to wonder, whose idea was that? I said, man, was this Bob Arum's idea? I saw some poster, top-ranked Latin fighters, and now they got Shakur on it. And I said, all right, well, fine, man, but I've been around a lot, and I know how this works. And he does a great thing by outclassing and styling on Teofimo Lopez. Thank you for that. And Shakur's a phenomenal boxer. I appreciate that. But to my surprise, I got eyes and ears, everybody, for everywhere. People start sending me things. I'm going to read you something. And this is with great disrespect. Now, I didn't write this, but I'm going to read this to you. And y'all tell me what you think in the comment section. There's a difference between inheriting the flag and being born under it. One was the island's diamond from day one. The other just found the flag when it was convenient for the brand. I'm reading that like, whoa, hold on a minute. And think about what I just said before I'm reading this. Let me go ahead. The streets in San Juan knew who the real representative is. You can't just put on a hat and call yourself the successor to Cotto or Trinidad. Felix Verdejo had the island on his back since the amateurs. Can you really call yourself a Puerto Rican star if you didn't grow up on the soil? One of these men is the pride of Puerto Rico. The other is a great fighter from New Jersey.
What?
I didn't write that. Obviously, somebody's mad that he's waving around a flag when he was born in New Jersey. Way to go to honor your father. That's great. But that wasn't the only comment. And from what I'm being told, people are like, hey, man, they're salty about this. You know what it seems like, bro? And I'm just going to put this out there, man. At the end of the day, we dealing with colorism. Shakur is still a little too dark. Although his hair is curly, it's still more on the nappy side. And Teofimo, although Honduran, looks conventional Latino. So there's that going on. Trust me, there's colorism everywhere. Trust me. And it sounds like people are offended that he's waving that flag. Now, last year, cats got mad at me when I pointed that out. And I said, there's going to be some fans, some Puerto Rican fans that are not going to take kindly to that. I was mad that I said, man, I don't think the black dollar's good enough for him. I don't think he respects black support. I don't think he does. Elmo, the other clown from New York, when he got on here, said, my people, these people. Y'all know who, if you watch me, you know what I mean when I say Elmo. I refuse to say his name. My people, these people, they don't support. You walk to the ring wearing a sombrero, and the damn thing was on backwards. My Mexican buddy called me. He said, yo, guess what? You want to laugh? I said, what? He said, you see this picture? I said, yeah. He said, why is he wearing my sombrero backwards? Because he's Mexican. I said, why is he doing that? That's disrespectful. Listen, if Canelo Alvarez came to the ring and he was fighting a black fighter, right? And he came to the ring wearing a kufi, looking like a Muslim, we would lose our mind. Why is a black kid from New York wearing a sombrero walking to the ring? I don't know. I always thought that was disrespectful and stupid. Do something that represents your community. Why is everybody Why are black people always trying to take from somewhere else? We're already creative, man. People take from us all the time. You going in the ring with a stupid ass sombrero. Why are you doing that? I'm just gonna say it, man. Yo, look, they may respect your skill in the ring, but they don't like you like that. They're always gonna root for their own. But every time I turn around, I got Shakur talking crazy about this one, and then Gary Anton talking crazy about this one over here, and it's all this, black on black nonsense, and they're on perfect behavior with others. That's why I respect Devin. When he got in front of Lomachenko and pushed him, he was letting them know, man, you've been ducking me all this time. It's on now. Man, that's just boxing. I don't care. Oh, we're going to fine him $300,000, $400,000. Man, shut up. Shut up. Oh, Devin's a thug. Right. When Shakur told Loma, hey, when we going to fight next? Loma said, we go outside and fight right now. He said, in the ring. What are you talking about? Nobody said anything. So I can't believe you knuckle draggers can't see all of this. We're held to a different standard, as great as we are. And you want to pick up a Boricua flag? Yeah, 50% of you is Puerto Rican. The other 50% grew up in New Jersey with a black mother. Rep that. You can still wear the flag on your shirt and on your trunks. Okay. But I just read to you something that there's a real Puerto Rican that is not moved by that. And here's insult to injury. The man said Felix Verdejo. Do y'all know who that is? Do y'all remember who that is? That guy who received 2 life sentences because he deleted his 27-year-old pregnant lover. He got the side chick pregnant. And instead of it, before it got out, he deleted her. Look it up. They actually said they supported that dude with the ending that he had. They supported that dude, and here's Shakur actually fighting, and he did something really good this past Saturday. And they brought up Felix Verdejo? What? Shakur, all right already. Your dad's Boricuas. Shout out to him. Shout out to the Los Boricuas. That's my man Sabio Vega in the middle. Y'all remember 90s, the Attitude Era, Los Boricuas? Salute to them brothers. I wonder what they're doing now. Salute to them. They were entertaining to watch. Los Boricuas. But Shakur is a lost Boricua. Well, half of you is. Dogs, they already telling you. Man, all right already. Put the flag down and just fight, bro. Stop trying to tap into that audience. Because I'm reading stuff like that. Dogs, you're not going to get accepted. Let them appreciate you as a fighter. Stop trying to be them. You're not that. Especially if your daddy left you. I don't know. I don't even know if homie that was talking in the video that I played 10 minutes ago was even his pop. I don't know who that is. But stop trying to tap into other audiences, man. And maximize the ones that you have. Now, you done disrespected the black audience. I found it disrespectful. Now, if you was waving that flag in the Olympics, I wouldn't have anything to say. But you get to the top rank, everyone calls you boring, and then you pick up the flag. That was marketing to me, and it's disrespectful to the audience. And now it seems that they're talking on it because how you smoke Tiafimo, your skill set is not enough. Welcome to planet Earth, Shakur Sanchez, because your skill set is not enough. Now they're going to talk about how you can't knock anybody out. Now let me dial it back. Last year, I pointed all of this out. Some people got mad at me. A couple of people not talking to me no more, and that's fine. But here we are. What do I always say? Time reveals all truth. Now, as long as Shakur is doing right by the sport of boxing and he's fighting and testing his mettle against his contemporaries, I don't care what flag he waves. All I said was be careful doing this because this can happen. So I'm straight. All he has to do is perform. But this right here, this is a mix-up. Do better, young man. And I'm here to say I told you so. Felix Verdejo, you gotta be kidding me. They really said that? Yeah, all right, Shakur. Focus, young king. Keep winning. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Bronx on deck.